There are 2 language versions for NBCQ portable HTHP consistometer, Chinese version and English version. Introduction to components. Installation of instrument. 1. Use applicable power supply according to instrument model. 2. Connect air supply piping and cooling water piping. Preparation before the test. Observe whether the oil level in the oil reservoir can satisfy the demands of the test. Check whether all switches of the instrument are off. Turn on the circuit breaker switch on the back of the instrument and the power switch on the front plate. Put the slurry cup on slurry cup stand. Lubricate the inner wall and screw threads of slurry cup with grease. Put the rubber diaphragm in the slurry cup with this face downward. Put the diaphragm collar, rubber diaphragm assembly, and the diaphragm support into slurry cup. Lubricate the slurry cup's top cap with grease till it screw threads and tighten the cap. Put slurry cup on the stand with its bottom upward and put the mixing paddle into slurry cup. Put the mixing paddle into slurry cup. Lubricate the screw threads at the bottom cap with grease. Pour cement slurry into the slurry cup and put the bottom cap on the slurry cup when the cement slurry reaches 2 to 3 mm under the screw threads. Do not drip any cement slurry on the screw threads. Screw the bottom cap into slurry cup and keep on pouring cement slurry into the slurry cup until it reaches the screw threads of the base plug. Install the base plug. The top end of the mixing paddle's central shaft shall be aligned with the edge of potentiometer's central hole. Fix the drive bar and the drive disc at proper position of the paddle. Insert the potentiometer into the central shaft of paddle with the drive bar inserted into the groove of potentiometer and screw down the drive disc side screw. Put slurry cup into the groove of the cylinder. Turn on the motor switch. Observe whether serious scratch occurs when the slurry cup is rotating. If yes, turn off the motor and adjust position of the slurry cup. If not, put the potentiometer into the cylinder. Make sure that the 3 contact springs of potentiometer have connected to contact pins in the cylinder respectively. When the potentiometer is put into the cylinder, the drive bar of paddle should be inserted into the groove on the bottom of potentiometer. At this time, the contact arm will rotate at a certain angle and the consistency shown on the touch screen will be stable. Tighten the cylinder cap and then rotate the cap a degree of 30 backwards. Then insert the thermocouple into the cylinder. Tighten the high-pressure release valve clockwise. Open the air supply switch to force the thickened oil in the oil reservoir into the cylinder. When the oil fills the cylinder up, it will escape from the interstice between thermocouple and the gland. In that case, the gland should be tightened firmly at once. Parameter settings. Test operation. Turn on heater switch and liquid pump switch. During the test, the high-pressure release valve shall be opened manually to maintain the cylinder pressure within its theoretical range. The alarm of the instrument will be triggered when the consistency reaches 70 BC. Press the alarm off switch to turn it off. The alarm of the instrument will be triggered when the consistency reaches 100 BC. Press the alarm off switch to turn it off. Turn off the heater, motor, and liquid pump switch, then turn on the cooling switch. Do not perform next test operation until the temperature in the slurry cup cools down to room temperature. Turn the air supply air exhaust valve to indicate air exhaust. Open high-pressure release valve slowly. When the pressure in the cylinder has been released completely, turn the air to cylinder valve anti-clockwise. When the oil in the cylinder has returned to the oil reservoir completely, close the air to cylinder valve. Unscrew the gland of thermocouple and release the residual pressure in the cylinder with caution. After the pressure has been released, close the air exhaust switch. Take out the thermocouple, open the cylinder cap, and take out potentiometer and slurry cup. Parameter settings and consistency calibration. Open the calibrator, install the potentiometer on it, and then install the wheel of the calibrator on the potentiometer. First, calibrate the consistency by tapping 0 BC cal when the calibrator is no load. Then hang the weight of 50 gram. Tap 9 BC cal through the touchscreen. Hang weights of 400 G. Tap 100 BC cal through the touchscreen. Then decrease the weights to 50 grams successively and observe whether the valve on the touchscreen is correct. The calibration is finished, and tap return button through the touchscreen. Daily maintenance. Unlock the lock catches on the both sides of the metal plates. Take down the front metal plate. Remove Furneaux screws on the rear plate before taking it down. Take down the rear plate. Unscrew the put cog at the bottom of the air filter and release the impurities inside of it. Take out the high-pressure filter to clean it. Install it in place after cleaning. Unscrew 2 screws on the motor holder. Unscrew the set screw anti-clockwise on the motor holder and push the motor inwards. Take down the belt. Screw out the transmission shaft. Take out the drive plate at the bottom of the cylinder. Rotate the drive plate and locate the threaded hose underneath and screw the extension bar in. Install them back in place after cleaning. Make sure the open end at the bottom of the drive plate faces the drive shaft. After installation, turn on the motor to confirm if they are all installed back in place.